Happy Wednesday to you, and welcome to another live workout. All right, comments deep today. All right, I'm going to launch right into the comments. Wow, sunny and warm near Yosemite. Yeah, it is warm, 80s down here. Row outside. Hi, Denise. You were rowing today. Hi, Denise. Did you have a chance to research pronounced Soleil water? Is water that's fully saturated with natural salt, offering a list of benefits. Interesting. Not yet, Janita, but I have it on a list to check out. Denise. Yes, I'm rowing today. Concept 2 is doing a row the circumference of the Earth challenge. Anyone who rows, rides, or skis at least 22 minutes makes it onto the participants board. Yeah, actually, that would be good for if any of you want something extra to do today, jump on that 22 minutes. Kim, good morning in Los Angeles. Janita, howdy, Kim. Dehydration tip of the day from Denise, the hydration enforcer. According to the American College of Sports Medicine, active people should drink 16 to 20 ounces of fluid 1 to 2 hours before an outdoor activity to avoid dehydration. Thank you. Danny, that challenge sounds good to me. Sounds so good. NorCal, howdy all. What's up, Leah? How you doing? Orsi, I saw you just jumped into the crew. Congrats and welcome and thank you. Good choice, by the way. Good afternoon, all run. Danny, my last 2K was 7:09. After the COVID, I think it'll be 17:09. Yeah, I think many people are feeling that way. Joanne, afternoon, guys. Orsi, Denise, the challenge sounds pretty cool. Thanks for sharing. It's good to hear about things like that and the dehydration teachings too. We just have to keep moving, Danny. Hang in there. That's for sure. I loved yesterday's row. Heart was really pumping. Good. Love that, Joanne. Hey, everyone. We have some snowflakes here. Jeez, too chilly to row outside, but I have a plan to put a rubber platform out my basement door and row outside soon. That and getting my kayak on the water. Nancy, suggestion for outdoor platform: buy horse stall mats. They're 4x6 feet, 3/4 inch. They're perfect and they're a lot less expensive than buying gym matting or buy the Concept 2 mat. But my floor in here is horse stall matting, 4x6, 3/4 inch, and it's great. Super thick, good for outdoor stuff. Looking forward to kayaking too, Nancy. I wonder if Shane will pop on early to read comments. So, Joanne, I tried that yesterday, and I think I broke YouTube, so I'm not going to try it again. I want to, though. I am here. My friend does a 100 launch challenge. I hope to launch 25 this year. Hard when you have so many toys. Go Nancy, I'm going to try the outside row week. I just need Keith to move the rower since I still use one forearm crutch to help stabilize me knee. The rower is the only time I feel free. Well, I'm sorry, Denise. That's a bummer. Erica, hello from Central Illinois. I'll be doing my part to get us around the globe for Concept 2 Earth Day Challenge on the biker and save Shane's workout for another day. It's going to be a good leg one today, guys. Hydrate all day. Kayaking sounds so much fun. Nancy, do you prefer saltwater or fresh? I think he could pop on in early if he did from his wife's phone as just another guest last time. Oh, Denise, already explaining what I went through. Nancy, too far from the ocean here, so freshwater. Orsi, Keith, please help Denise. We need her happy, so our little group is happy too. It's true. Oh, you made me smile off and worry I'm chatting too much. Thank you. Nancy, love this group. I'm rowing too. Love listening in and doing the workout later too. Good day, Kevin from Devon. Happy to see you here. Orsi, no, Denise. Perfect. Please keep it up. Elizabeth Harris, g'day from Bend, Oregon. Elizabeth, happy to see you here from Bend. Danny, did you memorize that, Shane? Denise, horse stall matting, great tip. Yeah, seriously, it's the best gym matting, and it's so much less expensive than actually buying gym matting, and it does the same thing, and it's the same thickness, so why not? Hi, Shane Med, welcome. Nancy, yes, we're horse stall mats. They were a little small when we bought them inside Tractor Supply deal. Oh, you have horse stall mats. Sorry, they were a little smelly when we brought them inside Tractor Supply. Yeah, they need to aerate for a while. Let the rubber, let them just sit out in the sun and bake for a little bit and get their off-gassing off. So guys, fantastic leg workout design for today. I'm actually quite excited. Wife is graciously writing it up on the board that none of us can actually see right now. But the green pen seems to work really well there, and her handwriting is much better than mine. So I'm excited to go through this one with you guys. I have a feeling our quads are going to be shaking by the time this is done. Already said it, Emily. Thank you, Hashimoto. Don't forget to set the phone to do not disturb. And hello from Colorado. Welcome from Colorado. Happy you're here. So yes, it's set to do not disturb. I have my Wi-Fi on. My headphones are in. My phone is charging. I think I hit all the check marks today to make sure that we have a great workout together. Also, quick announcement. If you guys are on the newsletter, you may have seen the crew just dropped in price today. I am taking it down to $19 across the board. So if you've been looking at the crew and wondering if you should get in, now is definitely the time. Launch Your Rowing, which we opened, is now $9 a month. You buy the crew, Launch Your Rowing is in there. So please you can go to our website, darkhorserowing.com, and then the workouts tab, and you'll find the all the program offerings there. So go check that out. The email just went out this morning that the price is dropping on that. So get excited for that, because I got to plug it. And I think you guys are going to love it. And we're going to be making sweeping changes to the crew with a whole bunch of new stuff coming. So really, if you guys want to support us, the best way you can do that is to either love and share all of our stuff here, or if you can, if you're able to and you want a program to follow, we've got you covered with the crew or Launch Your Rowing. So very, very excited about all of this changing. Shane, in the new program, does it have a program for, let's say, 2K or 5K or 11K? Yes, we have 2K 101, we have 2K 201, we have 500 meters, we have marathon, we have 5K, we have, did I say 5K already? We have 1,000, we have drag factor, we have calorie, we have strength program. All these are already in there. So yes, we have programs for basically everything that you could need, including learning from the beginning and then structured programs. And you get into the community where we can coach you. You can drop video into our private Facebook community. And then my coach, John, that you guys have seen here a couple times, he's in there monitoring. He will literally review your technique, give you suggestions, tips, strategies, everything that you could want, all your questions answered, and you then become a part of the Dark Horse private community. So yeah, I mean, $19 a month is a steal for what we are giving in there, in all honesty. And I know that may sound, wife just realized she was on camera, like, oh, I don't know what to do with my hands. It's actually like, we put so much value into that. $19 a month is a steal, and that's not a line. If you haven't figured this out, I don't do lines. That sounded weird. I don't have like a shtick. That's for real. We're giving you coaching in there. So you get one-on-one coaching for $19 a month. That just doesn't exist. We've just figured out the way to do that. So anyways, hopefully that answers your questions. Okay, I am going to peel off of the charging unit, and we're going to head over just a little brief here so you can see some of the equipment you're going to be using today. Towels. You guys need to find a towel that you can use. So make sure you have a towel ready to go for this workout, and maybe some weight if you would like to use one. Okay, weight if you would like to use one for the workout. So let's just talk through what the workout is going to be. First up, our warm up. We're just going to do a nice, good floor hip flow to make sure that our legs, hips, knees, all the major joints are warm, ready to move. Yes, a towel, Denise, a towel, like a bath towel, not just like a little hand towel, but a bath towel. Neighbor just drove by with a cup. Her drink sitting on top of her car. It was still, to her credit though, it was still stuck to the top of the car. Color me intrigued. You should be. So, and it's for the strength portion too. That makes it even more intriguing, piquing your interest. So good hip flow warm up. Just want to make sure that everything's flowing. We've done it once before, that hip flow, and everybody seemed to like it. So we're going to walk through that again. Next, we have 5 sets. Oh, this reflection is killer. 5 sets of towel squats by 30 seconds. You'll see what those are when we get to them. Basically supersetted right into weighted squats to exhaustion. Now, again, you can weight or not weight, just squatting to basically almost failure each time through. And you'll see why when we get to that. It's a superset leg exercise. Next, we have single leg RDLs by 8 per leg, weighted if you can and if you have the ability to and if you would like to. Otherwise, just single leg RDLs. So that's a hip hinge, making sure that you're getting good posterior chain strength, followed by a balance exercise. We're going to go single leg balance, where you are balancing on one leg, 45 seconds, and I'm going to offer up challenges that you can do for yourself while you're in that single leg balance. Goal is that I want posterior chain to be a little bit tired. And then also, balance is just such a critical function of fitness. And so rarely do we actually focus on balance or coordination. Instead, we usually just focus on the strength and the aerobic capacity. We kind of see fitness as like those two things, and that's it. But instead, we're going to be adding a little bit of balance component to today's workout, finishing that off with 2 times through 5-minute AMRAPs, as many rounds as possible in 5 minutes of, and 1 minute rest in between. Cleans by 10. This can be, again, weighted, unweighted, and if you're going to go unweighted, it's just going to be squats, air squats. So cleans by 10, then hollow rocks by 15, and push-ups by 20. You're going to do that for 5 minutes, 1 minute rest, and then repeat a second time. And that is going to be today's workout. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get ourselves moving. Man. All right, towel in hand. Now my cat is even intrigued. She has a towel thing. Don't ask. I feel like that's probably normal for cats to have a towel thing. Okay, let's make sure my camera angle is good. Let's just get onto the floor for our start here. Okay. If you will, please, I would like you to set up with nice wide legs here, and I want you to just do a nice gentle center touch, toe touch, center touch, toe touch. Just gentle, not trying to pull anything, not trying to hurt anybody. Center touch, toe touch, center touch, toe touch. You can get a little bit of rock to this, a little bit of movement. We're just passive here. Okay, now if you will, come on over to your right foot, and I want you to just hand walk your way over to your left and back. Give a pause if you feel anywhere where you really need to or want to add. Or if you feel like you're hitting a good spot, you can stop, freeze frame it there. So I'm curious, has anybody been doing any other workouts on top of what we're doing while we're here? Have you been doing extra work, or are you sticking with this as your one every day? Okay, now from here, please set up. I'm gonna back up a little bit so you can see. So you're gonna set up feet flat on the floor, okay, knees bent. And what you're looking for is that the distance between your 2 feet is effectively the length of from your knee to the bottom of your foot. You'll see why. All right, hands out in front of you, arms out in front, okay? You're gonna drop right knee to the bottom of the left foot and try to keep your trunk facing forward the whole time as we do this. Come back to center, and you're gonna go left foot, or left knee to bottom of right foot. Back to center, again, back to center, to the right, to center, to the left, to center, to the right, to center, to the left. Yeah, it's normal. You get some shifting as you're doing this. Okay, now we're gonna stay here on the left. What I want you to do is squeeze your butt and come up to your knees. Okay, again, still facing forward. Then go ahead and sit. Come back to center, to the right. Squeeze your butt. Wife and I are gonna run into each other here in a second. Sit, to center, to the left. Squeeze your butt. Sit down, to center, to the right. Squeeze your butt. Sit, left, up, sit, center, right, up. Good. Sit, center, left, up. Okay, now from here, you're going to step out into a big lunge. Okay, so you're now facing the opposite direction. Now, if you want to support yourself as you turn around, it might help you to have something to grab onto just the first time so you kind of feel the balance. You're going to sweep this leg behind you, keeping the toe in contact, then bring the knee to the bottom of the foot. So now we're back in this position. Then sit, center, to the right, up. Take this left leg, bring it around, settle in. Enjoy this stretch of the right leg right now. Okay, again, slide that foot along the ground, bring the knee to the bottom of the foot, then sit, left, squeeze the butt, lunge, okay, back down, sit, right, up, lunge, bring it back around, whoa, lost my balance on that one, center, left, lunge, and the final piece, sit in that squat, just enjoy it for a moment. Enjoy that new freedom, that new range of motion that you have here. Rock back and forth and stand. Woo, very nice. Okay, how does that feel? You guys feel like you got a good hip flow out of that? Okay. You know that about Dan and I Zwifting. Or so you're kidding me, more workout? I'm happy if I keep up with you. In normal times, I'm doing 3 to 4 CrossFit workouts a week and at least 1 row a week. Rowing daily, an incline workout at Night, sometimes stretch and core work with my friends in Arizona. Doing launch too, so following these videos also awesome. I did a 5K on my rower. Joanne, how are you liking launch? I'm curious. I did a 5K on my rower yesterday using one of your YouTube videos. Fantastic. How was it, Sally? Cam, I'm so glad you can't see me because there's a hot mess over here. I mean, I'm trying, but it's a hot mess. It's no judgments, I promise. I've run this with groups of about 60 at a time, and it's just pure chaos everywhere with everybody. So trust me, you are not alone. Everybody struggles with this one. It's actually hysterical in a group of 60 people are just running into each other, using each other for balance. It's great. Great hip flow, even modified. Yeah, and modify that as you need. If you don't kill me, I do some strength training and hiking each day. Oh, nice, Kevin from Devon. Great stuff, Dark Horse. Loving launch. So detailed on the correct form. Awesome. That's what we're going for. Chip Stetson, 173,000 meters for April. That is impressive. Good work to you, Chip. So guys, let's go ahead and just talk about what this towel squat is going to be. So get excited. Grab your towels. All right. Oh, it's like, what, is this wet right now? It's for wiping the board. Okay, so the towel squat, what you're going to do is set that towel on the floor, basically in a rolled up position. Okay, set in a rolled up position. You're going to step on top of the towel, feet at just outside of hip width. Okay, feet just outside of hip width. So you're going to set up with that position. Then you're going to grab that towel in your hands. Okay, you're going to set up in what is essentially the bottom of a deadlift / squat. Okay, from there, you're going to draw the shoulders back and down, keeping that chest tall, but not dropping your hips. So you're not sitting in a squat per se, you're sitting in a deadlift position. So difference would be a squat, I'm here. A deadlift, the hips go up slightly. I'm bracing, I'm holding onto that towel. And what we're going to do for 30 seconds is just push against that towel so that the whole body contracts. Go ahead and do that with me right now. And you can feel that the whole body has to engage. You feeling that? Okay. If she's feeling it, then I know you guys are too. She's my test subject. Kim also started launch yesterday. Yes, Kim. Tell me how you get through it. I love it. Use rower 3 days a week. Train 2 days a week and flexibility training. Awesome. Thanks. A lot harder when I rode in college. Yeah. So that is our towel squat, guys. And then what we're going to do is as soon as we let go of the towel, basically going to shake it out for like 15 seconds. And then we're going to go into some kind of a weighted or a body weight squat. It's kind of up to you to decide how you want to structure that. I'm going to be using probably 30-pound dumbbells for this, which is going to be pretty tiring and go pretty quick. The heavier you go, the faster you're going to burn out. But as soon as you're done, you step off, you grab your weight or your air squat, and you just start repping out squats until you reach near failure or exhaustion. Okay? I don't want you to totally fail. Generally, when I program something to failure, I want you to stop 2 to 3 reps before actual failure. Okay? I'm looking at her to make sure that she's on board with it.
I'm going to do something a little bit different so I don't tax me.
Yep. Are you still going to do the towel squat?
I'm doing the towel squat.
Yep.
I'm going to do band.
Yeah. Great. Love it. Okay. Questions on how that's going to work, you guys? Curious what you think of the towel squats. Launched also yesterday. Yes, Leah. Great work. Super happy that you guys are going to be getting it. I think y'all are going to find a ton of value in it. Again, as well, if you guys are looking, if you get into launch, that's $9 a month. For $10 more a month now, you can get into the crew, which means that you get access to the community, the coaching, and then all of our other programs and all of the other programs we will be adding going forward. So just a note on that. Are there any questions on towel squats or how this is going to work? I know it's different, and that's why I like it. It's going to be fun. I am going to set, okay, I'm going to set stopwatch here to, okay, software updating. Great. Thank you. I'm going to set a timer on my watch that is going to, there we go. So I'm going to go 35 seconds so that I give myself time to actually get into it. Okay, we're going to do this 5 times through. Again, any questions? I didn't see any pop up, but I want to make sure I address them before we start. We got this. Pre-hydrate if you're able to. Everybody, 16 to 20 ounces of water. Go. Okay, so let's get this thing moving. We will take a rest then after the exhaustion squats go. So we'll rest maybe about 2 minutes afterwards. I'm just going to go based off of feel, and then we'll move into the next one. Everybody good on that? I saw one long comment. Let me just check. Any commitment to the crew, or is month by month? If we start at $19 per month, does it stay there? It's month to month, no commitment, unless you want to go semi-annual or annual. Those are options as well. So it does discount as you go to semi-annual. I think for semi-annual, it's 100 for 6 months, and then if you go to annual, it's 190 for the year. So you do have those options too. Hello everyone. I've been sick, which led me to miss the last workout, but hopefully tomorrow I'll be back as well. Happy to see you. Okay, let's get this first set done, guys. Okay, getting ready to go. 5, 3, 2, 1, go. It's gonna be a long 30 seconds. That's the good thing. Having it be short is good. 10 seconds left. Oh, I drop it. Woo. Shake it out. Step up to your weight. 3, 2, 1, go. I will remember to turn off my timer next time. Okay. Inflate that tire. Excellent use for that cue. Erica, great work. Yeah, Joel, hope you're feeling better. 90% back to normal. Good. That's a nice fast progression. Last thing you want is for it to last for a long time. Okay, how did that first set feel, guys? How'd that feel? Yeah, you like that? Into your quads? It's okay for it to go in your quads. Yeah. Are you talking about for the floor stuff? Oh, no, for this. Yeah, it's intended to be more quad focused. It's gonna be hard to get that much posterior chain access. Yeah. This is quads, guys. Whenever you ask a question, I know plenty of people have the question too. So it's gonna predominantly be quads for this portion. We only have 5 more sets of this, guys. That's it. Or 4 more sets, sorry. We've got 1 done. It's probably been, what has it been, 2 minutes yet? I'm trying to give us plenty of rest. Okay, let's go for it. Let's do round number 2. Oh, sorry, right as you walked away. Okay, round number 2. We ready? 5, 3, 2, 1, go. Inflate that tire. Keep the arms straight. Use the legs to push the earth away. rest. And not really rest, just step off the towel. Ooh, I'm lightheaded. Okay, you guys ready? Let's hit it. 3, 2, 1. Up. Hit your squats. By the way, I'm stopping when I start resting too much in between sets, in between reps. If you're wondering why it doesn't look like I'm actually failing, if I have to stop for more than a split second, that means that I'm done with that set. Chip, forgive my ignorance. Strength training equals lower split times, I assume. Rowing, not to drop weight. Want to transition to simple weight training at a later date. Strength training does not just equal lower split times. It equals improved weight loss because we change metabolic function within the body because it creates a more well-rounded product, as in our body being the product. So we trigger different metabolic pathways by using strength training versus just aerobic. It burns calories just as good as pure aerobic work. It does equal lower split times because number one, it trains our midline to be able to support bigger loads, which is what we need on the machine, is to be able to create force on the machine that gets transferred to the handle. And all that comes from here and the legs. Basically the legs, hips, trunk are the strongest system necessary to create effective rowing. So strength training as well behooves us because then by doing this, we can move faster, do more work, more effective work on the machine. Chip, I hope that makes sense. While we were doing that last set, wife was over here doing floor-based stuff instead of the squats, and she was air shooting flies out of the air like duck hunt, just like yeah, a little spit gun. Denise, adding muscle mass, muscle burn calories, and a stronger core protects your back. Yes, 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 and yes. Thanks, Chip. I appreciate that you rock comment. That was nice. So it's very multifaceted. There's a reason we have a strength program in the crew, and it's because the kind of strength that we develop there is specific for rowing. In every movement is intended to develop either dynamic explosive hip power, trunk stability and thickness to be able to transfer power better, leg strength, and then there's a little bit of complementary stuff like pushing strength, which we don't get to practice on the machine, right? It's all pull. Rowers are great at pull-ups, terrible at bench press. always have been. Okay, let's set up for set number 3. You're probably good. Okay, 5 seconds. 2, 1, go. Push those legs down. How much resistance can you create through the legs? Erica, inflate that tire. 10 seconds. Thank you. 5. Oh, let go. Whew. Wow. Super lightheaded every time. Okay, going to squats in 3, 2, 1. Up. Make sure that you're using a full contraction of the quad and the glute at the bottom of the squat, or the top of the squat, guys. Great work. So something I want you thinking about is create work. Don't let work, or don't expect work to happen to you. They're two very different mentalities when it comes to strength training. There is the, well, if I just show up and do it, then I'll get the results I want. That's not how it works. Do the work instead of letting the work be done to you. What I mean by that is when we get to things like the squats, create as much contraction everywhere as possible, but quads, calves, feet digging into the ground. Engage all parts of your body. Don't just loosely squat, right? Squatting like that has its uses. For example, an AMRAP, where it's just lots of reps. But whenever it comes to strength training, when the focus is on strength, do everything you can to help create the strength. Hope that makes sense. Sally, so true. You need both cardio and strength training for better health, 100%. Chip, Sally Jones agreed. Started back on my erg in January, down 22 pounds. Yes, Chip, congratulations. Have a ways to go. 204 split on 5K. I'm creating work. My body just doesn't like it. Denise, how's your knee holding up through this? Are you doing all right? Are you able to do this? Or some portion of this? You could also be doing this in a reclined or a supine position as well, Denise. You could be doing a single leg into a towel, creating that same resistance. You look like you're ready to just hit it.
What?
You ready to just hit it?
Let's go.
She's pushing the pacing here. Anybody else getting lightheaded after you come off the towel? I am every time just like getting spacey. That's normal for me when I do heavy work. Okay, 5 seconds on your towels. 3, 2, 1, go.
Ten.
10 seconds. Whew.
Oh yeah, that's it.
There's that lightheadedness.
I'm feeling it in my upper back.
Because your shoulders are having to pull back and engage. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Wowie wow. 1 set left, guys. How are you feeling? Denise, modifying squat, doing good. Whoa, your bud came out. Wasn't gonna work out today because my legs are sore from 500 meters yesterday. But Sally, come on, so I felt motivated to move. So Sally, are you doing it with us? Because if your legs are sore from 500s, I can't imagine how this is going.
leg and abdomen contraction acts like compression pants to increase your head blood pressure when you dropped lightheaded. Exactly. Shane, why not do dumbbell thrusters? I mean, sure, you could do burpees too. Yes, I could do dumbbell thrusters, but the intent here is for the squat strength purely, not the dynamic hip opening, which is what a thruster gives you. So I like the thruster because it's a full body suck-inducing movement, like rowing, like burpees, right? They're great at inducing that feeling of suck. But the intent behind a thruster is generally dynamic hip relay after the squat is over. So you're creating acceleration to snap the hips open and then finishing with the press overhead, right? So my objective behind this and doing just a squat is because I want squat strength for you guys, not the dynamicness. Danny, you made him say burpee. Danny, are you going to become the thruster guy? Scott's now going to be the burpee guy. Danny is now the thruster guy. Guys, take a drink. Whoa. Anybody else's quads feeling the pump? Oh, that reminds me. Where is Scott? Yeah, where's Scott today? Where's that beer? That beer is not going to sit well if you're drinking beer while doing these. Are we ready for last set? I'm following wife on this one. She says yes, we're ready to go. Last set coming up. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Ten seconds. Oh, let off. Oh, there's that head rush. All right, going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's 5 sets. Wow. Denise, I don't think we should have a thruster guy. Newbies might not understand. That's a good point. Denise said, I don't think we should have a thruster guy because newbies might not. Well, yeah. Wife says it's better than a snatch guy. This is true. Danny, maybe I have a thing with thrusters. I hate them in a way, so I started to love it. If anyone else ever gets super lightheaded, sit down before you fall down. You do not want the head injury that results from training. This is true, and I know from experience. Shane looked like Eddie Hall after breaking the world record in deadlift. Let's throw in that towel, please. Lots of towel jokes now. And hydrate. Oh, she said, good one, wife. Glad to see rowing humor is still sick. Yeah, we're all there. We're all in quarantine right now. Yeah, I degloved my ring finger 3 years ago. Coming up on 4 years ago. It got caught on a chain link fence at 8 in the morning walking my dog. I accidentally threw a tennis ball over like a hip height fence. Anyways, basically almost lost the finger. Still have it. Thank you. But in our efforts to get to the car, we ran up 5 flights of stairs, took an elevator and went down. And in that period, I took a knee. Denise, you can guess where this is going. And then when the elevator doors opened, I stood up and started to sprint to the car, and face first, split my forehead open straight down the center. The scar is actually barely there anymore. I can hardly even see it. So yeah, sit down if you feel lightheaded, people. I always wondered what your wedding band is made of. Yeah, this one's silicone. And in fact, I wore a silicone wedding band before this. It happened on my birthday, and we had gone to a birthday dinner the night before. So I was still wearing my gold ring. But the majority of the time, because I'm a coach, I always wore a silicone ring just for safety purposes. And it just happened on literally the one day I was wearing my wedding ring. Had it been any other day, would have been fine. The band would have just either popped or slipped right off. And instead, it tacoed and then just peeled my finger like a banana. So that was fun. Okay. That was a good story time. All right. Are we ready for portion number 2? So next up, single leg Romanian deadlift, followed by balance by 45 seconds. So, oh my God, now I'm lightheaded. Yeah. You're telling me, Chip. So here's what I would like. If you guys have some kind of, okay, less gore, please. Thank you. If you guys have some kind, I'm going into my bag of tricks here, some kind of ball in the house, like I have a lacrosse ball. It's bouncy. If you have a tennis ball, a golf ball, anything like that, I would encourage you to get one. Here, I'll let you have that. Okay, so we have 2 of them. Wife gets one, I get one. So this is for the balance portion. I'm going to quickly demo the RDL for those who are new to it. So the Romanian deadlift, we can get rid of our towels now. The Romanian deadlift is, and in a single leg format, is going to be an unlocked knee, but then locked in the unlocked position, if you know what I mean. So I just don't want you hyperextended here. So knees bent, you're going to hinge at the hips, keeping the heel in line with the top of your head, the crown of your head. You're gonna hinge, 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 hinge. Bring your opposite hand to touch the floor. Squeeze that left butt cheek or squeeze the butt cheek of the leg that's on the ground and stand up. You're gonna be doing 8 per leg. I would love if you had weight to weight it. You can, again, choose whatever weight you want. Iced tea bottle, gallon jug, Culligan jug. What else have we come up with? A basket loaded with fruit. Whatever you've got, whatever you want. If you want weight, then I would encourage you to add weight to the RDL. They're not done for time. They're done for good or excellent movement, okay? Hinge, 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 tap, stand, squeeze, right? Do the work. Don't let the work be done to you. Next, the balance, 45 seconds of it, which means that I need to change my timer to, 45 seconds. Done. And all you're going to do is single leg balance in any way that you would like. It can be off to the side, it can be across. And what I want is that you have your ball and you are bouncing it off of some surface and challenging yourself for the bounce, okay? Any way that you can, create. Great. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Create some challenge. That is the intent of the ball, is to take your mind off of just pure balancing and make it coordinate to do other things. And that's why I also say, switch hands, use your non-dominant hand, use your dominant hand, go under the legs, find a partner. Denise, grab your Keith, and I won't hear you throw to me. And your partner can toss to you. Sorry, you can toss them to each other, create a change, right? That's the objective behind the ball. Let's see, catching up here. Yo, Denise, sorry about the gore talk. Mary, hey everyone, scheduling conflict today here intermittently. Go, everyone, you've got this. Thank you, Mary, appreciate it. Denise, hugs to Mary. Good to see you. Does the wife have a name? Mrs. LO, just wife for privacy purposes. That's exactly right. She prefers just wife on camera. Same as with kiddo. I try to keep kiddo at just kiddo. Elfers and Chain doesn't share wife or kids' names for privacy. Yep, exactly. Do the work. Don't let the work be done to you. Love that. Yes. Sorry, team. Got here late. We'll do this later today. James, happy you're here. You're going to love this one. Denise, note to the wise, she prefers wife, not wifey. James, still smash that like button. I very much appreciate that, James. Understandable, out of respect to her. Not everyone likes wifey. Yeah, exactly. She chose wife. I was saying wifey at first, but I was also still feeling it out. Are you okay with wife? Do you like wife? Is wife okay with you? Do you have a? Would you prefer like your honor? Your honor? Just yeah, she'd prefer your majesty. That would be her majesty. Oh, that would be a good one. Can we just call her her majesty from now on? Kim, I cannot bounce a ball in this house. My dog will lose her mind. That's a great point, Kim. Significant other, too much to say when winded. Yeah, that's why I like. What was it? What did you just decide on? Your Majesty.
Yeah.
Your Majesty. Yeah, you can toss it in the air, Kim. You can do any number of things. Again, you can toss it off the wall. That's a possibility. You could just toss it hand to hand. You could choose a non-ball option. Yeah. Yeah, like a can of beans or something. It really does. It's not about the ball. It's just about creating some kind of difference so that your brain and your hands have to work at the same time that you are trying to balance. Okay? I hope that makes sense. Queen bee. What about queen bee?
Sorry?
Queen bee. Do you like that?
I just would prefer not to be acknowledged at all.
She just wants to not be acknowledged. She just wants to be left alone. The Honorable Judge, Mrs. Shane Farmer, is presiding. No, she's definitely not. If anything, I'm Mr. her name. It is like Facebook from the Facebook changed to Facebook. Babe, sweetheart, Esquire, boss lady, her majesty. I like her majesty. That's a good one. Okay, so grab your weight, guys. We're going to get started on this next portion here. We're also going to be doing 5 sets of this. Her majesty has started in her own movement. She's dealing with her own stuff right now, so she's not exactly following along with what we got. I'm going to kettlebell up for this one.
Do you think I should go no weight and just work on hinging my hip?
Are you doing the same movements?
I'm gonna try.
Start with lightweight to give you a traction component.
Okay.
Whatever feels light to you. Relative lightness for how you're feeling. Okay, 8 per leg. I'm going to start with my 54-pound kettlebell, and we will go from there. Okay, guys, let's get this thing cracking. Okay, here we go. Starting on the left leg for me, and go. Okay, grab your object. Give you a second to shake it out. And go. Starting on one leg, 45 seconds per leg. You should notice that glute immediately starts getting tired. Her Majesty, are you feeling that?
Yeah.
In your glute? Your hamstring?
Like upper thigh, not my glute so much.
Okay. Anything that you guys want to do, it's basically playtime, guys. Playtime while you balance. I know my hamstring and my glute are feeling it right now. 15 seconds. Oh, yeah. Got it. Time. Woo. Switch legs. Yeah. Calf, glute cramping, and go. Switching legs. What?
Way worse on this side.
The balance is worse?
Yeah, way worse.
So guys, also take that leg and like kick it out different directions. Woo. Challenge yourself. There's nothing wrong with falling. The whole goal is that you're practicing. That's what matters. As you're doing something different, you're being creative. Okay, we're exploring a little bit of creativity here as well because we're inside. Let's activate our minds, give our minds something productive to do, not just our bodies. You may find that there are some benefits to getting your mind working in different ways. Time. Woo. How'd that feel? Wow, that's surprisingly good on the posterior chain. How many seconds? 45. Shane, people are loving the name discussion right now. Let's see, Sally, that makes your daughter princess. If you're, she is already a princess. Denise, Shane, can you address proper pelvic tilt since most people have an anterior pelvic tilt? Yes, Shane, take the red one, the 70-pounder, maybe in rounds 3 or 4 or 5. 5 seconds, 45 seconds. Oh, got that after James Griffin said that when she is coming from the door with the light, she looks like an angel. So angel's a good option. My balance on the left side is bad. Okay, so Denise, great question. Let's talk about pelvic tilt, guys. So anterior and posterior, important points, okay? Anterior, front side, posterior, back side, okay? When we talk about pelvic tilt, please excuse, I'm gonna show a little midriff here, okay? I'm gonna actually get right up next to the camera. So when we're talking about pelvic tilt, there is posterior pelvic tilt, that's here, okay? That's posterior as in my pelvis as a unit, the bony structure inside is tilted back. It's tilted to the posterior. Imagine like the top of the pelvis is trying to show to the backside. That's posterior pelvic tilt. Anterior pelvic tilt is just the opposite. It's this, right? Anterior, posterior, anterior, posterior. Okay, that anterior tilt is what many people live with, which is this kind of like gorilla posture, right? That is anterior pelvic tilt. The issue with this is we're essentially giving up midline stability because our trunk is not working here. We're basically just relaxing into our spine or our erectors, the muscles in the back, to just support us, okay? And the problem is that when we go to do any kind of hip hinge, if we're in that anterior pelvic tilt, we're not really tapping into posterior chain, and instead we're still just sitting up in these erectors right here, the smaller muscles that are meant to support the spine, not do the dominant movement for the spine. So, but to the same tone, you can also have a posterior pelvic tilt, which is generally a bad posture, right? A slouching posture is typically a posterior pelvic tilt. So you need to find what is a neutral posture. And a neutral posture is, if you can, in place, work on that anterior pelvic, posterior pelvic, and then just neutralize out, right? The goal is that you should be able to squeeze butt, hamstrings, quads. And when you squeeze all of those, it should generally bring you into a good position there, right? And that takes you into a proper pelvic position. Now, when you hinge, what you want to be thinking about is hinging almost from like the base of your buttock to your shoulder instead of from the top of your hips down, the top of the hips to the shoulder, right? There's a big difference between hinging at the hips, I'll do both feet, from here versus locking it in and hinging from here. You see the difference there? This versus this. Right? That's your pelvic tilt discussion. Denise, are you satiated with that discussion? I hope so. All right, with that, Shane's abs equal goals. Thank you. All right, we ready for round number 2? Okay, here we go. I'm trying to find a good angle for you guys so you can see me from the side. Here we go. 8 per leg. Let's hit it. Grab your object and go. I might suggest starting on the opposite leg this time. I didn't, but that would be good for you guys to do. I will try to remember that next time. How are you finding those legs feeling? "15 seconds left." Have some fun. What new thing can you create for yourself to do? I lost my ball. Time. Thank you. And go. Are you? Funny. Her Majesty is saying that her right leg is much stronger than her left, right? Has better balance. Yeah. I would guess a lot of that comes from the hip and less from like that's your dominant. Is that your dominant hip? So that would explain it, because then you get a lot more recruitment. Time. Okay, so I'm gonna adjust. I think we're only gonna do 3 rounds of this based off our current trajectory. Denise, nice explanation, Shane. Anterior pelvic tilt, very bad for low back and disc. Strong grabs have helped me protect my back. So cool. Thanks for the explanation. So, Denise, I do want to make a point on that though. Anterior pelvic tilt, not globally bad, just bad if that's your predominant hip position, and bad in a sense of we just want to have the ability to neutralize. So I always think it's important never to vilify any one position. Similar to, for example, many of us, myself very much included, when back in the days of CrossFit, everybody was coaching external rotation of the knees for the squat. And we vilified internal rotation of the leg, right? Internal versus external. So internal, right? My leg is rotating in. External, my leg is rotating out. So we vilified internal rotation because we said it was bad for the knees. But in reality, the body is a symmetrical unit, right? The body has balancing muscular structures that are intended to work together to create movement of every kind, right? All the things our body can do. So we vilified this external rotation. Well, what that did is we created basically a generation, like a 4-year window of athletes who could only external rotate, which actually started to create a whole host of back problems because none of us had internal rotation stability, which is actually very critical, especially for like psoas, QL, to be able to stabilize and be able to bring our hips into alignment so that when we are doing strength work, like getting under extremely heavy loads, I just realized I'm cutting my head off. When we're moving extremely heavy loads, the problem is that then takes away my balancing structure, and instead I just lean on this external rotation. Anyways, through that lesson, we learned that we should not be heavily dominating to any one thing, which is why I say let's not vilify anterior pelvic tilt. Just like we don't want to vilify posterior, what we can do is instead work to help that person learn and balance to a point where they can create neutralization and good body systems. I hope that makes sense. Good explanation. Last Terminator Fox LT. True. Thank you. Hello. Balance is key in everything, and hydrate, please. Thank you, Denise. Good call. Okay. Who told me I needed to go to the red kettlebell for the last one? Danny, was that you? I'll go to the red kettlebell for the last set. How is this feeling, guys? By the way, guys, how is the balance piece? Shane, let me just flex my quads. No, there's nothing impressive here. These are not like, there's not like Sam Dancer quads. For those of you that don't follow Sam Dancer, you should, by the way. Okay. Last set. Okay. Are we ready, guys? Are you ready for your last set? Or are we going to do this facing each other? Tete-a-tete. head to head. Okay.
silly.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh. 70. Oh. Ooh, that one got me a little twisting. Danny, I appreciate the suggestion. Okay, to the legs in 3, 2, 1, go.
You're making me do this.
I'm making you do. Yeah. Good. I'm challenging your brain. Kim, is your dog going crazy? All right, time. Whew. Switch legs and go. Well, no, that's physiologically not able to do that. Oh, whoa, we caught that in the fingertips. Guys, this is such good work for you. I hope you know that. While it may feel that we're just playing around, what you get to take away from this is going to be a huge benefit to just day-to-day life. This is less stubbed toes. This is better grocery carrying. Time. There's just a host of benefits that come with this. It's all harder than it looks, 100%. Balance is tough, but doable. My ball rolled under the couch. Couch lift is a good deadlift. My cat took my ball. He did take the red one. Awesome. Last time I touched a red kettlebell, it was doing American swings. Yikes. This would be a great exercise for kiddos too. 100%. This is actually a really good one for working with kids. Okay. Let's put that kettlebell back. Make sure I don't need it for the workout. Yeah. Okay, guys. That is part B done. Next up, part C. No, part D. Sorry. Part C is done. Next up is part D. This is going to be 5 minutes on, 1 minute off, times 2, AMRAP in 5. So in that 5 minutes, you're doing as many rounds as you can. It's going to be 10 cleans, okay? A clean is, in our instance right now, some kind of weighted object on the floor, receiving it to a front rack position, and then squatting with it. Chip, fantastic. Love that you went to the website. Check out the workouts. That's where you can sign up for the crew. So guys, yes, hydrate. Thank you, Sally. Denise, she robbed you of your hydrate call. So a clean, again, from a floor position, any weighted object will do for you. Means that it is on the floor or touching the floor. You clean, meaning you jump with it. You jump tall, receive it on the shoulders in some way. Could be in the front rack, could be on the shoulders. And then you do a full squat. Okay, so in real time, what that looks like is tap. That's 1. That's 2. Ooh, you're doing barbell cleans, huh? Her Majesty is doing the real ones.
Yeah, probably no weight though. It's supposed to be pretty light, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So 10 cleans. You can, if you don't have a weight and you've never done cleans before, just do squats. Do 10 squats. Okay. To contact Shane, you can email him from the Dark Horse Rowing website, yes, or just send an email to support@darkhorserowing.com. Both will get to me. So yeah, just don't show up at our house or try to find our address or send us letters. Those things get weird. I look for that. I'll check again. Just want to find what's appropriate. Oh yeah, under workouts tab, you'll see our 3 options. We have launcher rowing, the crew, which includes launcher rowing, and then private coaching, which includes launcher rowing, the crew, and then custom programming for you. No. I'm on the East Coast. Whole new life for Gorilla Tape. Okay, so that is your clean. In case you don't know what you want to do, you can clean, you can squat. That's the objective. Then we're going to go to a hollow rock. A hollow rock is on the floor. You're essentially going to go, this is called the supine position. Supine, if you ever want to memorize supine, think of it as you're drinking a cup of soup out of your hands. That would make your hands supine versus prone, which is down, okay? So if I'm prone to the floor, that means I'm face down on the floor. If I'm supine, I'm trying to create a bowl of soup with my body, all right? That's your supine versus prone position. So what I'm doing with a hollow rock is you can modify it any way you want. You're on your back position, and the objective is that only your lower back is on the floor. So to start, what I would love is knees bent, hands down at your side, trying to reach to your heels. Chest is up off the floor and back is down. From here, it's just rocking. You're literally just rocking back and forth like a seesaw, teeter-totter. Seesaw, probably. Nothing. No. So that is your hollow rock. To make it harder, you start extending limbs out. So from that curl position, and the only time you make it harder, by the way, is if you can successfully get through 15 without your upper back or your butt or your the bottom of your spine touching the ground for the hollow rock. So you can make it harder by, number 1, putting the legs out, okay, which changes the balance point on it. And then you can put the arms overhead. You try to make yourself into this very hollow position, trying to create a concave position from toe to hands. I hope that makes sense. I'm going to be doing it in the modified position here because I just know right now my hollow rocks are not that strong. So 15 of those, followed by 20 push-ups. Now, the push-up, again, modified as you need to, and this is definitely going to be an accumulation of 20. I don't expect you to be able to consistently just keep getting 20, 20, 20. So if it's sets of 5, elevate your surface, right? Modify your push-ups as you need to get that portion of the workout, okay? Also, supine equals spine to the floor. Prone rhymes with ah. Oh, that's a good one. Al Ferguson, I have not heard that. Okay, so with that being said, 5 minutes on, 1 minute off. I'm going to change my little timer here. Timer to 5 minutes. You talking to me? All right. Her Majesty, are you ready? Ready?
Sure.
Okay. So again, 10 full cleans, 15 hollow rocks, 20 push-ups, as many rounds as possible in 5. We get a 1 minute rest, and then we do it again.
Above my knees, like this. Plates on.
Imaginary plate on the floor, so mid shin. Okay, here we go. In 3, 2. Oh, sorry. Sorry, that was my bad. False start, everybody. 3, 2, 1, go. That's 15. 15. Huh? Can you turn that down? Sorry. Yeah. That's 10. You have to what? Yeah. Oh. Go to that mid shin. Go to that mid shin too. You're regretting the barbell decision. Eight. Oh, 12. $15. If you couldn't tell, my chest is very weak. $17. $19. Oh, 20. Minute left. Nine. 10. 30 seconds. Time. 1 minute. Yeah. So remember where you just ended, because you're going to pick up where you left off. Drink. Oi. The birds in the background, very nice. Working too hard to type. Good workout, I'm toast. We got in 20 modified push-ups, yes. 30 seconds left, yes. Again, you're picking up where you left off. So wherever you finished, remember that, because that's where you're gonna end up at. Yeah, you still have to get the 20 push-ups every time, just however. You obviously have to modify, but 5, 3, 2, whoop. Oh, come on. 3, 2, 1, go. 11. Her Majesty hates push-ups. She is not having a good time right now. Well, you can elevate if you need to. 14. 17. 19. 20. Good job. Her Majesty beat me. Push-ups. At least you're not doing push-ups right now. I feel about Bulgarian split squats the way she feels about push-ups. Eight. Make sure you're getting everything done with as much quality as possible. So I'd love to be finishing these push-ups. It's not happening. Fourteen. 16. Wait. 17. 18. 2 more. 19. 20. 15 seconds. Time. 11. Her Majesty's yawning. Apparently the workout wasn't hard enough. Whoa. Okay, so I want to know, Her Majesty hates push-ups. I hate Bulgarian split squats. What is your least favorite exercise? Time. Thank God. Sally, same. Push your team, let's go. Sally, I have scoliosis, so push-ups and crunches were ordered by my doctor, or ordered by to strengthen my back, but I modified the push-ups. Perfect. Modify everything as you need. Shane is in beast mode. We're just trying to keep up. And that exactly Denise time. Thank God. Shane, he goes, I'm assuming that's a devil mask. Heart rate is at the max level. Horsey, oh my God. I'm needing that towel for sweat now. Perfect. You're welcome. I knew that. I knew you're going to need that. That was why I included the towel. Just make sure you don't use your like dirty shoe area to wipe your face off. I'm needing that towel. That was so hard. Burpees least favorite, of course. Bulgarians as well. Whew. Yeah, Bulgarians are like, they make me curse whenever I do them. Programming them for myself still doesn't matter to me. Nancy, I have to take off. Thanks for the workout, Shane. Great to see you all. Say, y'all are amazing. Seriously, just thank you for showing up. Don't forget, guys, the crew just dropped to $19. We're loading it with value right now. I'm adding so much in there. It is my heart and my soul in the crew. And if you ever want to support us and you're using rowing, come join the crew. You're going to find an amazing community inside. Plus, we can actually coach you there. So all your questions will get answered as soon as you want. And we can take a look at your technique and just say, hey, do this, change this. That'll help. I hate burpees and high knees. High knees, interesting. Why the high knees? I've never heard that one. Just got my dark horse cap yesterday. Just love it. Thank you. Which one did you get? The brick or the emblem on the front? Stretch, cool off, hydrate. See you all soon. Don't say it. He'll use it against us. You and your family are amazing as well. Thanks for all you do. Sally, thank you for being here. Emblem, awesome. Awesome. What color did you get? Is it the navy with the gold? High knees hurt my knees. Oh, okay. Got it. All right, guys. I love you all. I got to take off. Thank you so much for joining. We'll be right back tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. And yeah, we'll see. Same bat. Well, no, it's not same time. Sorry, 8 a.m. 8 a.m. tomorrow, 11 on Friday. We'll see y'all later. Love you guys. Have a great day.